Good evening, everyone. Today I have no camera because I'm not doing the video from my place. However, I don't want to leave you guys hanging with the current updates on the market, so I'm making the video anyway. And anyway, these charts are better looking than me, regardless, so you should still enjoy the video. Alright, so with that being said, I'm gonna quickly move on to the 4-hour chart, which we have in the paid channel, and how we made money on this chart today, before this breakdown. So, today there were basically 4 candles, or a bit more candles, which you could have made money on. So, once this candle over here broke down below this support, which was support for a very long time, I mean, look at all these touches and all these bounces, okay? So once you got a close below this trend line, you can open a short at the line as resistance and stop loss very, very tightly right above here, okay? And you would have caught this dump down to this line. So here what you can do is either you take the whole order as profit, or you TP half your order and stop loss and profit somewhere around here. Now if you did that, this would have pumped, okay, stop loss you and profit, so you'd still be overall making good money. Or you could have even just swapped the long over here if you wanted to, and stop loss below this line. Now, this is a 4-hour candle, so on the 1-hour chart, you would have caught this pump, these 2 candles, which would have been this giant wick over here, okay? And you could take profit at this line over here, or at this line, regardless, even this is a good move on its own, okay? So these are 3 plays you could have done. What's next also? We had confirmation for a short at this line, over here on the 4-hour. Those of you who have the indicator we use also had a 21.8k resistance level over here. And also on the 5-minute chart, you had 2 very close R resistances, which are Fibonacci resistances, okay, which you could have also opened shorts at and stop loss above here, which is what I did. So I had my order at 21.8, which was somewhere over here, and I stop loss at 21.880, which was somewhere over here. And actually, as you can see, I didn't get stop loss for around $10, which was really, really good. So yeah, I called this short. I shorted twice, so I called these candles, took profit, shorted again, stop loss, same stop loss. And unfortunately I missed the whole dump, but I managed to take profit around this zone before the pump over here. So as you can see, on these 2 charts alone, you had many, many plays you could have done today for quick money. I mean, these are within 2 hours, 4 hours plays. But more importantly than these plays today, there's also the daily charts, which are currently breaking down from the supports. So, excuse me, this is the wrong chart. Here we go. So, this is the 8-hour chart, this is a daily chart, and another daily chart. So today we're going to ignore this chart, because there are no lines at this zone over here. However, over here, you can see we're finally breaking down from this support, which has been support all the way since the 19th of August. So, if we get a candle close below this line, you have 2 options. You can either short this line the next day on the next candle open, in case you get a pump to bearish retest this line, and you can stop loss above, okay? Or, if this gets back above and closes back above the line, this is then a long zone, okay? So you can catch the fake out maybe, long, and stop loss below this line. So you have 2 options. You can wait, see how they play out, or just scalp the lines as accordingly. And same thing over here. So this line is a massive Fibonacci circle. See that? All the way. So this line is finally breaking as well. So this line bounced twice, 2 days on this zone, 2 8-hour candles on this zone, here as well, and all these touches. You see, we're longing this every touch, and shorting this red line every touch as well. So now we're below it. So from here, Bitcoin has 2 resistances. It has S1 support, or in this case resistance, on the 8-hour time frame, and if we get above, it has to also overcome this line and this line. So what you can do is match these numbers on the 2 charts we have over here, on the higher time frames, and you can short accordingly, or if you get above, you can long accordingly. Now today we got some questions about the lower time frame charts. So guys, listen, unless you're experienced, do not trade these charts when you see a breakdown like this on the daily or even weekly time frames, okay? So it's very important. When you have daily levels breaking down, these lines get smashed. So look at the 1-hour chart. You know, here you had 3 lines. Here you had a line extended. Here you have a line. Here you have a line. These all broke in 2 candles. Why? because daily is breaking down. So it's very, very important when you see these lines break. So let's say you longed over here, okay? Let's say you longed this line, got a small bounce, then it broke. Do not look for more longs on these 1 hour charts or 4 hour charts, because they will not hold unless you know how to play them. They can bounce on the low time frames, like over here, like you could have caught this bounce. But again, this is very, very risky if you don't know how to stop loss properly or cancel a trade very quickly. So I would not recommend using these charts unless you've been using the charts for quite a while. So yeah, stick to the daily time frames. Now also, I'm gonna go over the market cap chart. So look at this. This is a weekly chart right now. So we're stuck between these two lines for over a week. So we had a lot of sideways movement, and this is why we have two levels here where we're stuck. Now we're finally breaking down below, and the weekly closes in 2 days. So this is a very important zone. We have a green support on the weekly, which can be hit and may potentially bounce. And this is now resistance if we close below. So watch this chart. This can be our new trading range for the next few days or even weeks. Also, if this line breaks, look how there's no support all the way till down here. So if this breaks in the next week or two, or even later on, we'll have a nice big drop. So do not long in this zone. Instead, aim your longs for this zone over here. And if you do long here, make sure you have money left over just in case you can buy down here as well. But that's moving forward. I'll make videos on that as we progress to this zone, so don't worry about that. Also, finally, our USDT dominance chart. So this was updated, I think, yesterday night, if I'm not mistaken, Europe time, of course. As you can see, there was support over here from this zone. See these wicks, 1, 2, 3, extend, catch a wick, and here we are again. So you see we've got no closes on the daily below this line. And we've got a pump. Now when this pumps, Bitcoin and the whole market dump. So this is why we're dumping right now. One of the confirmations. You're breaking these resistance lines on the dominance support, and also on the market cap breaking supports. So you have double confirmation, along with your daily charts breaking support as well. So what can you look forward to in the future? So hopefully, I mean, if we get this sharp drop later on, this can be a long zone, stop loss below, always stop loss, especially if you're a beginner. Please, avoid liquidations at all costs. However, right now, I would like to look for shorts if we get closes below these important support zones, okay? And then once we have some new patterns forming, you can go to your low time frame charts and play these accordingly at those levels. Alright guys, so if you want these charts, they're in the paid channel, okay? I'm linking the free group in the description below. And there's a link to that for the paid channel and how you can get in the free group. So please take a look, and if you like it, feel free to join. Alright guys, so that's it for now. I want to get this update out to you as quickly as I could before anyone gets liquidated on these moves. So yeah, play the charts guys, they're playing very, very nicely. I mean, this has been an amazing chart for the last few days. So has this, many plays here. Even if you ignored the lower time frame charts, you just made money on this chart especially. I mean, look at these wicks, it's beautiful. Alright guys, so that's good night from me, and I'll see you next time. If you have any questions, you can always ask me in the chat, or DM me or WinXSell if you want any more specific information. Alright, good night.